So this is Mo. And let me tell you, he runs this house. The two dogs already knew who was in charge. At least that's how it was, until a tiny Labrador puppy showed up and suddenly Mo had to rethink a few things. But Mo didn't start out laying down the law. In fact, he kinda just appeared out of nowhere. Or at least that's what it looked like at first. The truth? He felt something in that old house. Something that told him it was time to move on. See, Mo actually lived somewhere else before. But one day, without warning, he just up and decided this was his new home. And the way it happened, it felt like fate. When the folks in this house saw him, they knew exactly where he'd come from. They called the other family and joked, "Well, I think my husband's fallen in love with your cat, so you probably won't be getting him back." And the other family? They laughed and said, "Actually, our kids just found out they're allergic. So the timing's kind of perfect." It was almost like Mo just knew. Like he had to leave. Like he was meant to be here. And when he walked through that door, he didn't sniff around or tiptoe in. He strolled in like he owned the place. Like he'd already paid the mortgage. Looked around like, okay, where's my spot on the couch? Problem was, there were already two dogs on that couch. Peter and Harry. And they were not thrilled to share space. But Mo? He couldn't have cared less. He wasn't aggressive. He didn't fight. He just set the tone. Quietly. Confidently. Like a boss. If a dog tried to play without asking, one gentle paw to the nose. Just enough to remind them who was in charge. Mo had moods. He had a whole personality. And somehow everyone in the house understood it, respected it. Mo ran things. Until the day Stanley arrived. Stanley was clueless. A floppy, happy little Labrador puppy with no idea there was a cat in the house you really didn't want to mess with. From the moment he stepped through the door, Stanley was on a mission. Find a best friend. Not the dogs, nope. The cat. He went straight for Mo, nudging him with his nose. Jumping around him. Following him room to room. Mo tried to stay cool. No hissing. No swatting. Just walked away. Again and again. But Stanley kept coming. Every day. Joyful. Persistent. Full of tail wags and wide-eyed love. And then one day, Mo didn't walk away. He let Stanley sit next to him. Then stay there. Then rest his head gently on Mo's side. Now when Mo's lying down, Stanley comes up and curls beside him like he's always belonged there. And you can tell, clear as day, who taught who how to love. Mo didn't lose control. He found something better. A real friend. Because sometimes the strongest bonds don't come from love at first sight. They come after the 10th, "Come play with me," and the 20th cold nose in your ear. These days they're almost always together. And all the little things that used to annoy Mo, somehow they became part of what makes this place home. And at the end of the day, isn't that what family's all about?